Welcome back to SnowRunner. Let's get finished with everything here on the Institute. That is the goal for this episode. We need to go to the service trailer that is on this map and deliver it to the scrapyard. That is one of the steps in this contract. The other part of it is on Harvest Corp, which pretty much everything we have left is on Harvest Corp, I believe. At least the contracts that we have unlocked and available. The locked ones, I'm not sure, but we have a lot to do on Harvest Corp. We have a lot of tasks to do on Harvest Corp. We have all the contracts to do that involve Harvest Corp. Contests on Harvest Corp. Pretty much Harvest Corp is the final area of this region that we have to complete. So we should be good in that respect. And I do have, what, 4 sets of potatoes left over in certain areas, so that pretty much, in my opinion, at least, I don't know, I believe that means I should only have to farm another field. I mean, barring any farming contracts on Harvest Corp, obviously. But I should only have to farm a field one more time, I believe. Or no, maybe 2 more times? Because I think the very final contract, you have to deliver 8 sets of potatoes. So, I already have 4 sets of potatoes in varying areas. So yeah, I believe, as long as they're not like special potatoes from a special field, which the only other special potatoes are the potato samples from the experimental field, and I'm pretty sure I've done all of those, so I don't think there's any other experimental potatoes I have to do. So anyway, let's do this. I just hopped in my 750 because it was nearby and it's well good enough to pull this. So this needs to go to the scrapyard, which, where is the scrapyard? All the way over there. All right, how do we get there? I guess we can follow the road and then we will take this junction to here, cross, go this way, to the scrapyard. So that is our plan. Hopefully we can get it all done here. That's not where we turn. We should be able to get it done. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, other than because the only other contract that involves the Institute is, there's one other one, and we have to go to this bridge literally right there. I actually want to cross that. We want to go to that bridge, and they're basically pick up some concrete slabs, I believe it is. Which makes sense, because like the bridge is broken, like you can see. We have to pick up the slabs, I would assume, from it. Which I guess I could have driven into that there, but I don't have the means to pick anything up that is necessary to pick up. So, I don't know, it makes sense to me that that's what the contract would be, where we have to drive into that, pick up the concrete slabs because they're not being used well here, and move them to another place where they could be potentially used. Tends to be a mechanic in this game more often than not, where you have to take things from one place and move them to another to where they serve a better purpose. So that will be the next thing we do, because the other half of this contract involves going to Harvest Corp, so we are not going to do that. We will jump into another truck and do what I just talked about and get that contract done, and then that will take us to Harvest Corp, and then we can finish whatever is left of this contract when we're in Harvest Corp. So that's the plan. I don't know if it's going to work out. I haven't like planned this out or anything. Well, I say I haven't planned it out, but I just said that was the plan. But I mean, like, that's really kind of all that I've thought about it. I haven't really put any more thought into it other than that. I haven't researched it. I don't know if that's going to work, but that's the idea. So I don't know if this involves me taking something from this map to the next map. I'm not sure if it does. We will figure that out when we come to it, but for now, this is the plan. I am going to need to get my Zeke's 605R, and because that's just my go-to truck when it comes to transporting cargo, which I promise I will use the Kenworth, because I went and got the Kenworth and I've hardly touched it since I've gotten it. But I will use that Kenworth. It is just sitting over in Harvest Corp in that map, so I will use it when we get over there, but I just haven't really taken it away from that map since I've gotten it. Seriously? Look at all the mud. I've never seen that much mud. Holy crap. That was crazy. Sorry, I don't know why I'm sniffly. My nose is kind of running. Spent a lot of time at the river today with our parents, and I'm really sad because there is usually 2 old international lodestars there. The one is still there, like the greenish blue one. It's still there, but there used to be a red one that had like a tank on it, like a fuel tank on the back, and it just looked so sick, and like it's not there anymore. So I really hope it's not like gone and like it'll come back at some point, but because I really wanted to get pictures of it, but I never had the time to. And my brother and I were riding on the golf cart with our children. I have 2 kids. My brother has 2 kids, but he just had his daughter with him today. His wife stayed home because they have a 4-month-old baby, so he's kind of hard to deal with at the river. But so my brother was driving the golf cart with his daughter up front, and I was sitting on the back with my 2 boys, and the freaking red, like it was like a deep, like dark red color international lodestar with the tanker wasn't sitting in the meadow like it usually is, and it kind of sucks because I really wanted to get pictures of it. So I hope it comes back. I hope it wasn't like sold or whatever. Whoever owned it moved it. I'm not sure, but I really wanted to get a picture of it. I have a picture of the green one. Well, it's not really a picture, it's more of a video, but yeah, I hope it comes back, because I really kind of wanted to do like I was going to make like a video, like a live video, and actually post it to this channel. It's a little off-brand of the channel, but it kind of goes along with my SnowRunner content, so why not? But there's some other trucks there too. Like there's an old what is it? Okay, so metal rolls. Do I get those from this map? Yes, literally where we're at. Kind of sucks. And they're actually sitting literally right there. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Wasn't really expecting that. This tag, is there a trailer store on this map? I don't think there is. And I don't have a trailer here. Alright, so either way, I mean, there's this semi-trailer here, but I don't have a semi-trailer set up. Unless I were to... Well, there's a cistern. Did I... Okay, I lied. There's a couple of things we have to do here. So I don't know that we're going to get all this done. I didn't really realize there was that much. I'm going to have to bring over... I may bring over... I'm going to have to bring over... I'm going to have to make 2 trips here because I have to... It really sucks that this Tega doesn't have a trailer with it. It really just sucks there's a trailer store on this map. That's really the problem. Alright, because what do I need to take? The other one... Shit, sorry. Burning bridges, visit the collapsed bridge. Concrete slab times 3, so that's going to be 6 slots on its own. So I'm going to have to make... There's going to have to be 3 trips. Alright, so what... I guess we might as well, since we're already doing this, we might as well just finish this scrap stalker thing. And if we have time to at least come back here to set up the next episode, we will. So either way, we need to find where our 605R is, which it is here. We need to get it to the Institute, which is kind of far away. Fuck. Oh, I mean, there's nothing really to it but to do it, so let's just do it. I guess, in theory, although I think the cistern is a 5 slot. I don't think it'll fit in this 4 slot trailer. Yeah, so let's just go. We will go and get over there and pick up the metal rolls and take them to Harvest Corp. I guess that's really all we can do. I don't really know what else we could do. It's kind of the only option, so. Yeah, this is probably just as good as any way to go. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get all this done. This is quite a trek to get these metal rolls, so. I will do my best to set up the next couple episodes with the truck ready to go on the Institute so that we don't have to waste time driving to that location to pick up that cargo, and then we'll drive it to where it needs to go in the episode. But because I know it kind of sucks to have to like drive my truck to that area just to pick up the item and waste 10 minutes when I could try to prepare it and make it a little better. So I will do my best to do that and make that happen, but unfortunately I did not have a truck that was capable of this job over there in the Institute. So I kind of knew I had some jobs that involved. Alright, so what do you think the best thing to do here is? Should we go? Yeah, I think I'm going to turn and go to the road. I mean, either way, it's the same distance, essentially. I don't really think this region is going to take too much longer. I feel like we could probably get it done in, I don't know, it's kind of a broad range, but maybe 5 to 10 episodes more, and we'll be done with this region. I mean, it's a 4-map region, so it makes sense that it's taken quite longer than any of my other region playthroughs, but again, I go through all of these without really knowing anything about the regions. I have a little bit of insight on the Forest Fire Canada region that is next, just because I've played a little bit of it with my friend, but I didn't do a whole lot, so I don't really know much about it. I've really only been on the first map of the region and have really just kind of driven around it all, opened up all the watchtowers while he was doing some other stuff, like main contracts. So like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I have played on that map a little bit. But for the most part, I do go in them blind, and I have never played them or, you know, seen anything about them other than what people talk about on the subreddits. So, you know, I kind of enjoy doing it that way because I kind of figure things out on my own. Add it into my brain for whenever I choose to try hard mode, which will most likely happen once I get through all of the regions that are currently out. I will start a hard mode, and that will keep up my SnowRunner content because I do like posting SnowRunner content. I post it every other day, and if you enjoy it too, definitely leave a like and comment and tell me you liked it. If you watched the video, that's amazing, and I love you. So please continue to watch my videos. I love making SnowRunner videos. It's probably one of my favorite games, definitely top 5. And I know it's, you know, just a off-road driving simulator game, but I just get so much enjoyment out of it that, I don't know, I enjoy playing it. So any way that I can continue to play SnowRunner is fun for me. And hopefully you enjoy watching it. When I do get to doing a hard mode playthrough, I will definitely be recording it. I will definitely be starting with Michigan and just basically going through all the regions straight through again. I believe that's probably the best way to go about it. I don't know. I may look up a little bit of tips on like how to get through hard mode, because like my goal would be to, you know, 100% hard mode all the way through all the regions. That would be the dream. And yeah, I know there's no like trophies for any of that, but it's just the sheer achievement of 100%ing this game on hard mode, I think would be, you know, just kind of a fun thing to have on my, you know, just another notch in the belt of, you know, crazy things I've done. So if you're interested in watching that, definitely let me know, because I would love to hear back from anyone that watches my videos if you would like to watch me play through hard mode on SnowRunner. As I said, I will not be starting that until I complete this game up to 100%. That means all the way up to the current region that is out, which is Season 10, which is British Columbia, I believe, the most recent region, which was Fix and Connect. The region that broke Logitech steering wheels on PlayStation, that is the region. Once we get to that region and there are no more regions out, I will start playing hard mode and uploading hard mode. That is the goal, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. I have played Michigan now. It would be my 3rd or 4th time doing Michigan. So I do have quite a bit of knowledge. Man, that's far away. Holy shit. I do have quite a bit of knowledge when it comes to Michigan. So Michigan should be a breeze. I should be able to get through Michigan easy. I know it's going to be tough when hard mode with the, you know, core game trucks that it gives you in the beginning. And also, obviously, I'm going to be level 1. It's going to be a whole fresh save. No new game plus. None of that nonsense. Fresh save. Brand spanking new. No nothing. It's just going to be straight up hard mode. You know, vanilla game. I'm not going to use... I don't know if you can use mods in hard mode, but I'm not going to use any mods. Nothing. Not even my trailer mods that I like to use. I'm just not going to use any of it. I'm going to play the game vanilla. Vanilla other than DLCs, obviously, because I guess DLCs aren't really considered vanilla. But I am not going to do anything... Hold on, I'm trying to figure out the best route to go. I'm going to follow the road. But yeah, I'm not going to do anything that could potentially make it easier. I'm not going to use, like, this Olsom's trailer mod. You know, like, I love this trailer mods. But, like, I just feel like that kind of takes away from hard mode because I'm not using the core game trailers. So we are going to 100% stick core game. We're not going to use any mods at all. And it is going to be 100% hard mode. If you would like to watch it, definitely stick around, definitely subscribe, and definitely let me know in the comments that you are going to watch it, because I would love to hear from you, as I said. Alright, so we need to turn onto that janky bridge that is right up here. Yes. And I say janky bridge because it's literally a janky bridge. Look at that. Alright, so we get across.
Which pretty much leads us
right to the metal rolls. I think we need to turn here. Yes, we do. The cistern is right up here, but I think I'm pretty sure it's 5 slot. I don't think the cistern's 4 slots. If it was 4 slots, I could probably squeeze it on here. And then just kind of cargo pack these metal rolls, but or cargo stack the metal rolls, but I don't know. I don't really want to do that. It would save a trip, I guess, but I just don't know that it's really worth it. Right? The cistern is here, isn't it? Or is it in a different spot? Oh no, it's over there. Never mind. Alright, well, whatever. Let's, just get these metal rolls and take them to Harvest Corp. Is this where the 750 got stuck? Sure. There is potential that I may have to end this recording though and pick it back up later. Obviously you won't notice any difference, but you may notice a cut somewhere, so if that does happen, it's just because my wife came in from work and, you know, I obviously can't continue to record while she's here just because, whatever reasons, noise, etc. So like when she goes to bed, then I can finish the recording. But if that happens, there's a cut, and you may notice, you may not notice. I may say what happened, I may say not, I may not say anything. I don't know. Just if you do notice any kind of weird cut, that's why. So just keep that in mind. If that ever happens, that's probably typically the case. She's just closing tonight, so whenever she gets home, I'll have to kind of end the recording. We should be able to get it done. I mean, she shouldn't be home for another 15-20 minutes, so we should be okay theoretically, but you never know. We only live like 5 minutes away from her work, so there's not really a whole like she could be leaving work right now. I don't know. And if she does, it's no big deal. I'll just stop and then finish it later on when she goes to bed. Which I'm probably going to be going to bed early tonight too because I'm tired. It is a lot of work with 2 children in the river. And my parents have a pontoon. And they have like one of those floating mats that like kids can run around on in the water. So they play on that most of the time, but my youngest, he just like cannot sit still and do one thing for any period of time. So like he always moves on to something else, and he could never just stay on the mat. He's always trying to do the next thing or trying to find the food he can eat from someone, you know. He's a tiny little monster. And like my parents are helpful, obviously, if they're grandchildren, but my kids aren't their only grandchildren, and you know, my brother was there with his daughter. My sister didn't come today. She has 2 kids as well, so my parents have 6 grandchildren, which is a lot. But 6 grandchildren, all within, what, I guess 6 years-ish. Because my brother and his wife just had their 2nd baby in April. Yeah, and my oldest son is the oldest grandchild. He was born in 2017. So, yeah, my parents had 6 grandchildren in 6 years. It's pretty wild. They had 2 born in 2017. I'm out of fuel. 1 born in 2019. 1 born in 2020. 1 born in 2021, which was my 2nd. And then 1 born in 2023. So the only year that they did not have one was... Where's the way that I can go across? I don't even know. The only year they did not have a grandchild born was 2018. There were no grandchildren born in 2018, but there was a grandchild born in 2017, 2019. There were 2 in 2017, 1 in 2019, 1 in 2020, 1 in 2021, and then 1 in 2023. So there was none in 2022 either. But definitely lots of grandchildren. I have 2 boys. My sister has a boy and a girl. In that age, boys older, girls younger. And my brother has a girl, and then they just had a little boy. So I am the only one without a girl. I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. It doesn't make me feel any different kind of way. I love my boys. I wouldn't ever trade them for anything. Would I have loved to have a girl? Sure, but it doesn't really mean much to me. I have nieces. They're wonderful. I have nieces on my wife's side. They're wonderful. Like, there's, I don't need my own daughter. Honestly, it kind of removes a lot of fear and stress in being a father with not having a daughter. I will miss out on the fact that, like, I'd never walk my daughter down the aisle, which, when I think about that, it's a little sad, but at the same time, it's not something that's, like, a detriment to being a parent. Like, I'd still be able to see my sons get married if they want to get married. Whatever my children want to do with their lives is totally fine with me, as long as it is safe and they are happy. I couldn't care less what they choose to do with their lives. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing out on not having a daughter. I mean, it's, like I said, it is a little bit of a relief when it comes to the fact that I don't ever have to worry about someone harming my daughter in any way. Not that someone couldn't harm my sons, because that could happen just as easily. Just typically those kinds of things happen to girls more than boys. So anyway, not that it's a weird topic to talk about, but sometimes those kind of things just need to be talked about. Alright. Oops. Okay, so where do we need to go? To the buyer. And that is up there. So we basically need to drive across. We're going to turn here and drive this way. Perfect. But yeah, my 2 kids, they couldn't be any more different than each other. It's crazy. Like, my oldest is a redhead, and he has blue eyes. My wife and I both don't have red hair, but we have grandparents that have red hair, so it's just, he got, like, all of our recessive traits. I have blue eyes, so it was always a very high chance that my children would have blue eyes, because that's the only gene I can give is blue. My wife does not have blue eyes, but both her sisters have blue eyes. Her dad has blue eyes, so like it's, you know, she has the blue eye gene to give. That's the only one I can give, so there's a very high chance that our children would have had blue eyes. My youngest son has blonde hair, and he does not have blue eyes, but he has some very interesting eyes. Like his eyes change colors depending on like really what he's wearing. Like if he's wearing like a greenish blue shirt, his eyes will look greenish blue. But if he's wearing, you know, like a darker colored shirt, his eyes almost look brown. It's kind of wild how it happens. I don't really understand why that happens. I assume it just has to do with light and, you know, like the color shirt he's wearing reflects different light, and if it's a light that would complement his eyes in a certain way, then they'll show that certain color. I don't really know. Obviously, I'm not an optometrist, ophthalmologist. I don't really know how that works. I'm sure I could look it up, but it's not really that important. But yeah, so it's just like they couldn't be more different looks-wise, which is funny because my brother and I look very different. We act a lot the same. We talk a lot the same. We have a lot of the same mannerisms. But we don't really look that similar. At least I don't think so. I've had people tell me we do, but I've also had people tell me that we don't. So, you know, there's that. But they're kind of like that. Like they don't look alike at all, but they definitely act the same. And then my youngest is an absolute, he is 100% me as a child. I was always a daredevil. I would try everything first when it came to my brother and sister. Even my friends would always be like, you do it first, and I would always do it first. I was just kind of, I don't know, I just always tried everything first. I skateboarded, I snowboarded, I would always try things first, and then my friends would follow, and it's just kind of how I was, and that's just exactly how my youngest is. He always, like, he just is the first to jump off of something, and he just has no fear. It's crazy. And my oldest, I don't know what caused it with him, but he just has like this immense fear of everything. Like he still like he will not go underwater, like in a pool, in the river, no matter, like nothing. He will not go underwater. And my youngest will just jump right off the boat, go completely underwater, completely submerged. He just doesn't care at all. It's crazy. And my youngest is 2.5. My oldest is 6.5. So like it's crazy how different they are. All right, well, like I said, I will set this truck up in where were we? Institute, in order to get the next object to bring over here to Harvest Corp. But we are going to basically work on Harvest Corp, and we're going to make sure we get everything over here to Harvest Corp before we continue on with Harvest Corp. So I'm going to go back over to Institute. We're going to get the cistern over here. We're going to get the concrete slabs over here. And that should really be it. And then we should pretty much just be over here in Harvest Corp. I mean, I haven't really completed everything here. There's still an upgrade right there. The map's not totally cleared out. There's a lot of tasks to do here. I haven't hardly done any of the tasks, and we just have some stuff left to do. So I did open the garage. That's really all I did here. There's the Kenworth right there. But yeah, I need to go here to the container search area, pick up that upgrade. There's still another upgrade somewhere that I'm not sure where it is. It might be in one of these covered black areas. I'm not sure. We'll find it though. And then, yeah, we'll be done with this region and we'll move on to the next. So hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.